Our coverage of Hurricane Irene continues on Wavy News 10 at 5. We've talked a lot about the Outer Banks and Virginia Beach being in the line of this storm, and now we're hearing more and more about Norfolk.
Governor Bob McDonnell is already in Norfolk right now, and so is Melanie Woodrow. You were there when the governor explained to us this really could be a catastrophic event, Melanie.
Yeah, I want to read to you. Governor McDonnell's quote was, "This could be the most catastrophic weather event that you have experienced in your lifetime," referring, of course, to Virginia residents. Right now, they're talking about a mandatory evacuation for up to 100,000 residents across Hampton Roads. I'm joined now by Mayor Paul Frame, who is obviously very familiar with what Norfolk residents could be looking at here. Mayor Frame, talk to me about some of the shelters that have been set up at this point.
Well, we have opened at 6 o'clock this evening. We're going to open 6 shelters across the city. 3 of our high schools at Granby, Norview, at Maury, at Lake Taylor Middle School, Campusdale Elementary, and then, of course, Bayview Recreation Center. We were at the Senior Center, but we moved it to the Bayview Recreation Center. That will open up at 6 this evening.
I think one of the most critical points that's come up here today has been that folks that have been through this before that think maybe they can stick it out, they're familiar with this, they're maybe sandbagging and they're just going to ride it out. The issue really is that if you're surrounded by streets that do flood and something happens, first responders will not be able to get to you, and you should not count on them to do so.
Right. This is a very serious event, unlike anything that we've seen in modern times. We've issued a mandatory evacuation call for the low-lying areas in Norfolk. I don't remember doing that. I mean, we don't do things like that lightly. And so you have to pay attention for your own safety. At a point in time, the city manager is going to pull all of the public safety officials, the police, our fire rescue folks off the street for their protection. We will not be able to come get you after that. And so, right now is the time to get serious about leaving.
I think there was some confusion as to what a low-lying area is. A lot of people were confused by the maps that were up on the city website. The city website at one point today was hard to navigate. Bob Batcher, communications specialist, I thought said it best, which is that if you live in an area that has flooded in the past, you will flood again. And if you're not sure, ask your neighbor. Well,
that's exactly right. I think we've corrected some of the maps already. One thing we try to do, and we've been doing constantly, is communicating with the public through any sort of social media events, as well as going door to door even in the low-lying areas that we've required the people to evacuate, and then press conferences like this, trying to get out the word that this is a very special moment in the history of this city and people have to take it seriously.
And I heard you guys saying today people should really think about what they need to do tonight and get out by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Yeah,
this storm is moving quickly in our direction, faster than we thought. We had actually at one point suggested that people be out of their homes by 8 in the morning. We think that's too late now. They've got to move sooner than that.
All right, and just finally I want to ask you, there are 4 parking garages as well.
Yeah, in downtown we've opened up the parking garages. You can bring your car, park in any of the garages for free, and they'll be safe.
All right, thanks so much, Mayor Frame. So just learning new details here live on the air. You're hearing it as I'm hearing it. They had just said during this press conference by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Mayor Frame now saying 8 o'clock in the morning may be too late to try to get out sooner than that. Guys?